Children, now we are going to learn about colligative properties. So, before that, before starting to work out colligative properties, I'll give some illustration. Mainly, this is very familiar one. See, you have everybody have tasted that water what we are drinking. It is tasteless. Suppose if you are adding sugar or salt into the water, when you are adding salt, it becomes salty, the water becomes salty. When you are adding sugar, the water becomes sweet. So, from this, what it implies means the property of the solution depends upon the property of the nature of the solute particles. Solute is sugar and salt. Solvent means water. So, however, for an ideal solution, the properties, namely relative lowering of vapor pressure, relative lowering of vapor pressure, then elevation of boiling point, depression in freezing point, and osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure already explained in the before videos. These three we are going to see today. That is, first we are going to see about relative lowering of vapor pressure. So, generally, the vapor pressure of a solution containing a non-volatile means not easily evaporating or non-electrolyte solute. It is found that the vapor pressure of a solution which is containing this non-volatile solute, it is always lower than the vapor pressure of the solvent. Vapor pressure of the solution containing non-volatile solute is less than the vapor pressure of the solvent, that is water. Now consider a closed system. Containing pure solvent. Pure solvent, now it is in equilibrium with the vapor. So at equilibrium, the molar Gibbs free energy of the solvent in liquid and in gaseous phase, that is del G is equal to 0. Now, when a solute is added, first is only solvent. Now, when a solute is added to the solvent, what happens? The solute dissolves in the solvent and its free energy decreases. That is free energy decreases due to increase in entropy. Entropy means disorderly movement. So, in order to maintain the equilibrium, the free energy of the vapor phase must always get decreased. This should get decreased. So, at a given temperature, the only way to lower the free energy of the vapor is to reduce its pressure. Thus, the vapor pressure of the solution must be decreased to maintain the equilibrium. So, from Raoult's law, we know that relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to the mole fraction of the solute. Mole fraction of the solute. That is solute XB. Mole fraction of the solute XB. Therefore, relative lowering of vapor pressure is a colligative property. So, according to Raoult's law, the relative lowering of vapor pressure is given as P naught. P naught means partial pressure of the solvent minus pressure of the solution by P naught solvent is equal to xb, mole fraction of the solvent. Now let Wa and Wb be the weight of the solute and the solvent, and their corresponding molar masses be Ma and Mb. Then the mole fraction of the solute Xb is given as Nb by Na plus Nb. Here Na and Nb are the moles of the solvent and solute respectively. So for dilute solution, number of moles of solute is very much greater than number of moles of the solvent. So now therefore Xb, that is mole fraction of the solute, is given as Nb by Na. So number of moles of solvent and solute are Na equal to Wa by Ma, Nb equal to Wb by Nb. Therefore Xb equal to Wb by Nb by Wa by Ma. Here Mb, not Nb, Mb. Thus, relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to Wb by Mb by Wa by Ma. Therefore, it is written as Wb by Wa into Ma by Mb. From this equation, the molar mass of the solute Mb can be calculated using the known values of Wa, Wb and Ma and the measured relative lowering of vapor pressure. So this is very easiest one only. Go through the book. It is given in a book, page number 50 and 51, and you can prepare well for the exam. Regarding relative lowering of vapor pressure, one of the colligative property which depends upon the number of moles of the solute, not upon the nature of the solute.